For this session, we will be having angles formed by secants and tangents. Now, you already know the definition of a secant. A secant is a line that intersects the circle at exactly 2 points. If this is my circle, if this is a circle here, this line is a secant because it intersects the circle at 2 points, these points here. When I say tangent, if I'm going to have another circle here, if it only touches it intersects the circle at only 1 point. And that is what you call a tangent line. Okay? So our focus for today, for this session, will be the angles formed by secants and tangents. Now, let's have this one first. Classifications of angles with circles. The first classification is this one. Vertex is on the circle. We can have a secant and a tangent for that. That's possible. It is also possible that you're going to have 2 secants for that. So, this case number 1 exists only for a secant and a tangent, a secant and a secant. And take note, the vertex is on the circle. The vertex of the angle, diba? This is our angle. This is an angle. This is also an angle. The vertex is on the circle itself. Okay? The vertex is on the circle. Second case, vertex is inside the circle. This is only possible for secants only. 2 secants intersecting inside the circle. So you have noticed now that the vertex is inside the circle. A tangent isn't possible. This is only possible for 2 secant lines. For case number 3, it's possible to have 2 tangents. It's possible to have 2 secants. It's also possible to have a secant and a tangent, as long as the vertex is outside. Okay? When I say vertex, katong intersection. Ang angle niya, look at the angle, the vertex is outside. Look at the angle. The vertex of the angle is located outside. Same thing with this one. The vertex of the angle is located outside. So you need to familiarize this because this is the one thing that you need to remember all the time. Where is the vertex found? Because if you know where the vertex is found, then you will know what to do and how to go about it. Okay? Now let's go to the next one. The vertex is on the circle. So what are you going to do with that? You just simply take 1/2 of the intercepted arc. So take note of that. If we are going to look for this angle, we will take 1/2 of the intercepted arc. This arc here. This arc. This arc. This one. We will take half of that. That is the measurement of the angle ABC of this angle. So this is if the vertex is on the circle. Just take half of its intercepted arc. Let's have an example. What is the measurement of angle BCD? Angle BCD is this. BCD. What is the measurement of this angle here? This angle. Considering that arc BC, this arc here, is 142. So what is the measurement of angle BCD? It's simply what? What are you going to do with 142? How did you get 71 degrees? That's correct. Okay, so simply divide the intercepted arc by 2. So 142 divided by 2, you will get 71 degrees. So take note of that. This is the first concept. If the vertex is on the circle, just take half of the intercepted arc, divide this by 2, that is your angle. Now this time, what is the measurement of arc A, B, C? Arc A, B, C. What's the measurement? If this is 90 degrees, if that's 90 degrees, so arc ABC is what? How do you solve arc ABC? Let's use the concept. 180, how did you get 180? It's a semicircle. But what if, how did you say it's a semicircle? The angle is 100. Let's verify that, okay? Let's verify that. So take note. If you want to solve this using the concept a while ago, so meaning this angle here, angle ACD is simply equal to 1/2 of arc ABC, right? This angle here is 1/2 of this arc. So if I'm gonna substitute everything, what's the measurement of angle ACD? ACD is 90 degrees, diba? It's stated here. This is 90 degrees. That's equal to 1/2 of the measure of arc ABC. So multiply both sides by 2. Multiply this by 2, canceled out. That's why the answer, which was stated by your classmate a while ago, is simply 180 degrees. So it's a semicircle. Okay? So I am simply using case number 1. So take note, case number 1, the vertex is on the circle. Just take half of the intercepted arc. Next, case number 2. The vertex is inside the circle. So what are you going to do with that? You simply add the intercepted arcs. If you're going to be getting this angle here, you will add this arc and this arc, divide it by 2. Simple as that. Again, if the vertex is on the circle, not on, but inside the circle rather, just add the measures of the arcs. So you have arc AB plus arc CD, divide that by 2. Let's have an example. Like for example, we are going to be looking for the measure. What is the measure of angle SQR? Now let's look at SQR first. SQR. This is angle SQR. This is the angle we are looking for. So what are you going to do with that? You add what? The arcs formed by Kinisha. This arc here and this arc here. So I will be adding 100 plus 32 divided by 2. And how much is that? 132, that's 132. Divided by 2, how much is your angle? 66 degrees. So the measurement of the angle SQR is simply 66 degrees. Now, sir, if I'm going to be looking for angle, what is the measure of angle PQT? This angle here. It's also the same because they are vertical angles. Whatever is the measure here is also the measure here. So if that's 66, the other angle is 66 degrees. Sir, what if, sir, I'm going to be looking for the measure of angle PQS? This angle over here. I'm going to be looking for this angle. And take note, we have already solved 66 rather. So how are you going to solve angle PQS? This is already 66. Take note, this is a straight line. Pila gay angle anang straight line, section zircon? So 180 degrees minus 66. And how much is the result? 114 degrees. So this is also 114 degrees. The vertical angle, this is also 114 degrees. By the way, this is 66. So just take note of those concepts, okay? Is this example clear? Okay, let's continue. Next, the third case. The vertex is now outside the circle. So take note, a while ago, the vertex is inside. You will add the arcs. When you say the vertex is outside, you will now subtract the arcs. The bigger arc, this arc here, minus the smaller arc. It should be the bigger arc minus the smaller arc. Then divided by 2. The same as this. This arc minus this arc divided by 2. That is your angle. Same thing with the third figure. I'm going to be subtracting the bigger arc minus the smaller arc divided by 2. So take note of this concept. If the vertex is outside, bigger arc minus smaller arc divided by 2. Let's have an example. How do you solve x here? How do you solve x? What is the bigger arc? 174. What's the smaller arc? Divided by 2. What is 174 divided minus 1 minus 98? How much? 76. Divided by 2. We have 38 degrees. Okay? So that is the measurement of x. Are there any questions with this example? Okay, section zircon, what if we are looking for this arc? Arc QR. How will you solve the measure of arc QR? Consider the whole circle. What's the measurement of the whole circle? 360 degrees. I will subtract 174 on that. And, sorry, that's not 174. Let's erase it first. Okay, minus 174 minus 98. So I'm going to be subtracting 174 and 98 over 360, the whole circle, so that I will be getting the measure of arc QR. So what is now 360 minus 174 minus 98? How much? 1/8. For a while, we have 360 minus 174 minus 98. This is 88. Okay, it's 88 degrees. So take note of that, okay? Let's have our next example. This one. What is the value of x? What is the measure of the bigger arc? Yes? How did you get 228? 360 minus 132, you will get 228. So take note, the measurement of the bigger arc is 228 minus 132 divided by 2. So how much is that? That's 96 divided by 2, simply 48 degrees. Okay? Let's summarize first, then let's have a lot of examples now. So take note, if the vertex is on the circle, you simply take half of the intercepted arc. Look at the examples here. You simply take half of that, it's 60. You take half of this, it's 100. Okay? If the intersection is inside, you simply add the arcs. That's why 44 plus 68, then divide it by 2. That's why it's 65 here. Same thing if you're going to have outside the circle, you will be subtracting the bigger arc minus the smaller arc. That's why it's 202 minus 78. Divided by 2, that's 62. The same thing as this one. 125 minus 45 divided by 2, you're going to be getting 40 for that. Okay. So remember, vertex on the circle, 1/2 the measure of the arc. Vertex is inside the circle, 1/2 the sum of the intercepted arcs. Vertex is outside the circle, it's 1/2 the difference of the intercepted arcs. You need to familiarize those things, okay? Let's have more examples. So, let's have this one. What is the measure of arc STU? So, meaning, what's the measurement of the angle? This is the angle, man. The angle is given. We are looking for STU, this arc here. So meaning 105 is equal to the measure of arc STU divided by 2. Do you get my solution section, Zircon? Okay, so to get this angle, I will divide the arc by 2. That's what I did over here. The angle 105 is equal to the arc STU divided by 2. And I will multiply both sides by 2. And what is the measurement of arc STU? You will get 210 for that. So meaning this is 210 degrees. Okay? Let's have another one. What about this? What are you going to do with the angles? Or being the arcs? Are you going to add them or subtract them? Add. So take note, inside, get the sum. So 65 plus 55 divided by 2. 65 plus 55 is how much? 120 divided by 2. What's the angle here? 60 degrees. So, simple concept. Okay? Next example. What about angle R? Inside again. Okay, so meaning, I'm going to be adding, this is angle R. So we have 88 plus 88 divided by 2. The answer is still 88 degrees. This is the measurement of angle number 1. Okay? Let's have this example. The vertex is now outside. You need to get the difference. So meaning, the angle here is what? What are you going to subtract? 190 minus 6. Okay, so how much is that? 130 divided by 2 is how much? There you have it, 65 degrees. Okay? Let's have simple concepts ha. As we go along with the examples, magkadaghan na siya ang pangitaon. Okay? Now, what about this one? We have the angle. So what are you going to subtract? Outside naman siya. 270 minus 90. So we have 180 divided by 2. You will get 90 degrees for that. Okay? Another one. Oh, outside the circle again. Asa may ako isubtract, ana? Okay. 80 minus 35 divided by 2. How much is that? $45 divided by 2, you will get 22.5. That's totally right. Next, what about this? 88 plus 27 divided by 2. And what's the sum here? This is 100. 115 divided by 2 is how much? $57.5. So take note lang of the concepts, ha? This one. What about this? How are you going to solve A here? This is 65. What are you going to do with 65 to get angle A? Times 2. So meaning, what is the measurement of angle A? Okay, 130 degrees. So take note of that. What about this? Now this time, the arc is missing. So we will still use the same concept. The angle 72 is equal to y plus 21 divided by 2. So take note of the concept. Gamiton gihapon nato atong i-add, we will add this arc and this arc. So that's why y plus 21, divide it by 2, it's the angle. That's equal to 72. So multiply both sides by 2. Multiply both sides by 2. So you will get how much? 144 is equal to y plus 21. Transpose this to the other side. This becomes minus 21. So what is 144 minus 21? 120. Oh, there you have it. That is the measurement of the y. 123 degrees. Okay? If you're going to verify that, if you will add this and divide the answer by 2, you will get 72 degrees. Okay? Next. Okay, this time. What if you're looking for this angle? You cannot solve that angle if you don't have this. So let's have this as x. Let's use x for that. So you cannot solve angle y if you will not be solving angle x first. Take note of that. Analyze the figure. So let's solve x first by simply adding 47. And how much is this? This is how much first? This is 70. This is 76, not 78. Sorry for that. Pointer, eraser. Okay. This is 76 degrees. Divided by 2, you will get 38. Now, this is x. This isn't the answer to the question. How do you solve y? Okay, you will be having 180 minus 38. Take note, this is a straight line, and a straight line has a 180-degree measure. If you will subtract 38 from 180, then that is the measure of your y. So what is 180 minus 38? There you go. The y is simply 142 degrees. Okay? Let's have more examples. This one, this is a very simple concept. So, how do you solve for y? 57 minus 31. The vertex is outside, that's why you subtract. Divided by 2. So, 57 minus 31 is how much? 26. 26 divided by 2 is how much? That's 13 degrees. Okay? Let's have another one. The same case, but this time, you are looking for the arc. This arc here. So, the same concept. 125, minusan ako sa smaller arc, which is z, divided by 2. That is the measurement of the angle. So, what are you going to do here? Times 2 both sides first. Cancel. So, this is now is equal to 125 minus z. We can transpose z to the other side para mahimo ng positive z. Transpose 64 to the other side. So, we have z is equal to 125 minus 64. And how much is our z here, section Zircon? 61 degrees. Okay? So, take note ha, wala tay negative angle. All our angles are positive. Next. What about this one? AB is a diameter of circle P. BD, arc BD is 20. Arc DE is 104. What is the measurement of this angle? Sige. What are you gonna do first? Very good. We need to find the measure of arc EA first. We need to get this. Okay, we will subtract this to get our unknown. But how do you find angle or arc EA? (180 minus 104 minus 20. So, i-minus, this is sa may circle man, di ba? So, minusan ako 104 and 20. Now, how much do you get for this? This is 56. 180 minus 104 minus 20, you will be getting 56 for that. So, meaning this is 56 degrees. So, let's now solve the unknown. The measure of angle C is what? What are you going to do? Are you going to add or subtract? Okay, 56 minus 20 divided by 2. How much is that? So what's the measurement here? Okay, this is 18 degrees. Now, we have now solved the angle C. Okay, it's 18 degrees. Next, what about this? Find the value of x, then find the measure of angle AET. This angle here. This angle. So how are you going to solve for x? Sige. Think of a concept on how to solve x. Are you given all the measurement of the arc section, Zircon? Yes. So what are you going to do with all the arcs? You add them. So if I'm going to be adding 100 plus 4x plus 30x plus 10 plus 183 minus 5x plus 40x minus 2. I simply added this, 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 and this. What is that equal to? Pero what is that equal? 360, that's correct. 360 degrees. Okay. Oh, later na tayo mag-transpose. Ato sang i-combine ang like terms. Let's add all the x's. How much are you gonna get over the x's? 4 plus 30. We have 4 plus 30 plus 40 minus 5. 69x. What about 100? Then I have positive 10. I have positive 183 and negative 2. How much is that? $291 plus 291. That is equal to 360. Okay, let's transpose now. This becomes minus 291. So 69 is equal to, what's 360 minus 291? 69. So 69x equals 69. Divide both sides by 69. What is x is equal to 1. Okay, so we now have our x. Now, how are you going to get this angle? We need to substitute 1 over here. Okay, we will solve this arc. Pila may measurement ana nga arc og kini nga arc. So what is, this is, okay, 104. What about the other arc? This arc here. 178. Because substitute timong 1, so meaning 183 minus 5, you'll get 78. So meaning, the measurement of angle AET is equal to 178 plus 104 divided by 2. How much is 178 plus 104? 282 divided by 2. Okay, the problem is now solved. So it's just a matter of analyzing and applying the concepts of circles. Okay? Now let's continue. What about this? The measure of BE, this arc here, is 100. Then AR is 25. Find angle S. Find angle 1, angle 2, and angle 3. Let's start with angle S first. How do you solve angle S? 100 minus 25 divided by 2. And this is simply 75 divided by 2. How much is that? 37.2. sorry, 37.5 degrees. Okay. What about the measure of angle number 2? This angle here. The vertex is on the circle. What's the arc here? How much ay ang arc? No. Ang angle 2 is this. Pila iyang arc nga na-form? 25. So, unsa may buhaton na ko ni 25? Oh, half. Simple as that. 25 divided by 2 is how much? Oh, 12.5. What about the measure of angle number 3? Angle number 3 is this. Yeah, this is the intercepted arc. How much is the measure of the intercepted arc? Okay, simple concept. 100 divided by 2, you will get 50 degrees. So this is 50 degrees. So just look at, analyze. So ayaw right away, mag-minus ko, mag-add ko. Analyze first. Is the vertex on the circle, inside the circle, or outside the circle? Let's have this one. How do you solve x? Let's solve for x. What are the measurements of the arcs? For x plus 5 and 50. Usay may buhaton na ako ng 4x plus 5 ug 50. I-add, i-minus. I-minus kay nga naman ang angle nako naaman sa gawas and divide it by 2 equal na siya sa inyuhang angle nga x plus, is this 2.5 or 25? 2.5. 2.5. Now, what are you going to do with this? Multiply both sides by 2. Cancel. So, distribute ni nato ha. We now have 2x plus 5 is equal to 4x. How much is positive 5 minus 50? Negative 45. So I will transpose 4x to the other side. I will transpose 5 to the other side. So this becomes minus 4x. This becomes minus 5. So we have, what is 2x minus 4x? Negative 2x. And what is negative 45 minus 5? Okay, dividing both sides by negative 2, what is x? There you have it. That is now the value of x. Okay? Let's have another one. Okay, this simple concept here. We had this one already a while ago, by the way. Ato lang i-solve. Balikon lang nato. How do you solve arc y? By the way, this is another thing. Kay ganiha di ay, we are looking for the angle. This time, you are given the angle. How do you solve this arc here? So take note, this is what? How do you get the measure of this arc? 360 minus y. Am I correct? Okay, let's apply the concept now. We have 360 minus y again. So meaning this arc minus this divided by 2, that is equal to the angle. Do you get the idea? Then multiply both sides by 2. Cancel. So we have 360. You combine these two minus 2y. That's equal to 28 times 2 is how much? That's 50. 6. Okay, transpose 360 to the other side. So negative 2y is equal to 56 minus 360 is how much? Negative 304. Okay. Divide both sides by 2. Negative 2. $152. So the y is simply 152 degrees. This is 152 degrees. Okay? Now, what about this arc here? If this 152, pila may measurement ani niyang arc? $208. Okay. Now, section zircon na ako'y shortcut ani basta yung ani ang given. Basta ganing ani ang given, you are given the angle. If you will look for the smaller arc, it's simply 180 minus 28. What's 180 minus 28? Okay. If you are looking for the bigger arc, it's addition now. 180 plus 28. How much is that? Okay. So this is a simple shortcut. This only applies to tangents. Two tangents and then the intersection is outside. Again, this is a simple shortcut that you can use if you're given the angle. You will look for the smaller arc. So the 180 minus the given angle. If you will look for the bigger arc there, 180 plus the given angle. Is that clear?